Welcome to the Release the Past Mandala, also known as a quantum energy app. It's our free gift to you. I'm very excited to present this to you. Please take the time to watch this video because although this is a simple technology to use, um, if you're not, if you're new to it and you're not familiar with it, it can be it might seem a little confusing at first, but I promise you, once you watch this video and you follow the very easy, simple instructions, you're going to find this very simple, very intuitive, very easy to use. It's a powerful technology that uses what we call quantum energy or quantum digital energy because it's in digital format. You could call it a vibrational technology, but essentially what the Release the Past mandala is, it is a series of digital files that are essentially digital picture files. They're JPEGs. There's 4 files. There's 3 JPEGs, and then there's a PDF document. We'll talk about the PDF document here in a little bit. The 3 JPEGs are for 3 different size screens. We have one for large computer screens, one for small computer screens, and one for phone screens. Now, by the way, if you're accessing this through a phone, you will not be able to download these files directly to your phone from this page. But what you can do, you have 2 options. You can download these files to a computer hard drive, and from there, you can use iTunes or any free media application to import the files from that hard drive onto your phone or your tablet. It's very simple, very easy to do. We have video tutorials that teach you how to do this if you're not familiar with that concept, and we'll go over that here in a little bit. Your second option is much easier if you're on a phone, but you can also use this option on any computer, laptop, anything that can access the internet. And that is what we call the Release the Past broadcast room. And this is a web page that you can access from this download page. There are links below. We'll go over that a little bit. And you just click the link for the Release the Past broadcast room, and it will open up a private web page. You can only access it if you have your login information that allows you to have access to this download page. And so while you're logged in, you'll be able to access it, no problem. And you just open up that private web page, and as long as it's open, it will automatically broadcast the amplified energetic signature of Release the Past through your phone or through your computer or laptop or whichever device you use to open it. That way you don't have to worry about downloading any files to experience it on your phone, for example. You just open up that web page, keep it open, and you don't even have to look at it. You can minimize the window, work in other windows, click the top right button on your phone to blank the screen out. And as long as that web page is open on your browser, it will continue to broadcast energy. We'll talk about that a little bit more. So Release the Past is a powerful, deceptively simple, but powerful quantum energy app that uses digital media in your electronic devices to empower you through quantum energy or vibrational technology to allow you to let go of the past very, very easily. So we want to talk about, when do you want to use this? So you want to use this. I'm scrolling down. We're on the download page right now. The key to using this is anytime you're stuck in emotions related to past events, right? So you might be feeling stressed over a past event. It could be an argument that you had. It could be some kind of traumatic event you went through. You could be feeling ashamed about some past actions that you took. Maybe somebody reminded you of something you did in the past that you're ashamed of, and you're feeling guilt and shame, right? Or maybe you're stuck in some kind of behavioral pattern. For example, let's say that you lack confidence in various performance-related situations because one of your parents told you when you were younger that you couldn't do anything right, right? So you find yourself in a situation where it's performance time, and you know that your lack of confidence is uh, uh, the sense of fear and anxiety that you're feeling. You know it's related to how your parents treated you when during specific events when you were a child. So what you'll do is when you're in the thick of those emotions, and that's important, is that you're actually feeling the emotions. When those emotions come up, you just think of the past event that they are associated with. That's all you got to do. And then release the past quantum energy app, which I'm going to show you how to do. Have it open and running. You can do that either on your computer, laptop, tablet, or your mobile phone. You can do it through the broadcast room, which we'll talk about here in a little bit, or you can also print out one or multiple copies of the print, which we'll talk about here in a little bit as well. And the print of the PDF document will carry the energy, and you can put that under your seat cushions, you can fold it up, carry it around with you. This could be very powerful for various types of healing and therapy, for example. So you can put these under the cushions, or you can just give them to your clients or to people that you're working with and allow them to place their hands on the prints. You can print multiple prints and stack them back to back, and the more you stack together, the stronger it is. But one is really plenty. They're very, very strong. And essentially, you just have the Release the Past app running, and then what you're going to do is just think of the event, of the past event that's related to whatever emotions you're feeling, whether it's anxiety, fear, shame, anger. Just think of the past event to which it is related and hold the intention to let go of that past event, to just let it go. And if you need to, we'll talk about how you can amplify the energy to get even more pronounced effect. And that's all you do. You just wait until the energy subsides, the energy of the emotion subsides, and then you can turn the app off if you want. We'll talk about how you can use the app all day long as well, and there's benefits to doing it that way as well. But right now, you can start off using it for whenever you're in these negative emotional states that are tied to specific past events. You just want to turn the app on, think about whatever event, a past event that's related to that, and just intend to let it go, and then just keep the energy running. Think about the event ever so often. This could take 10 minutes, it could take 15 minutes, it could take 20 minutes, it could take 30 minutes, depending on how sensitive you are, how amplified you have the energy. And if it's for something really, really tough, you know, what I recommend is you turn on the app. We'll talk about how to do that here in a little bit. You open up the app and put on your favorite movie. And while you're watching your favorite movie, just think of that past event ever so often. And you should notice that each time that you think of it, as you're watching that movie on the same device that you have the Release the Past app open on, the energy, the vibrational technology, those quantum pulses that are coming out of the app will be carried by whatever audio and video you're listening to or watching. And so you can literally use movies and your favorite music as a kind of healing therapy in combination with this Release the Past app. So it makes letting go of the past easy. We don't want to make it too hard because you won't do it if it's hard, right? We want to make it easy. The easier it is and the more effective it is, the more you're going to do it, right? So again, we're just going to open up the app. We're going to think of the past event that's related to whatever we're feeling at the moment. And then we're just going to keep the app open, amplify it if needed. We'll talk about how to do that. And then think about that event ever so often until finally it just subsides and you no longer feel any negative emotional charges around that event. It's very, very powerful. It can help you bring more of your music into the world. So that's how you use it. You can also use this throughout the day and just keep the app on throughout the day on your phone, on your laptop, as a print that you carry around with you under your seat cushion. Or you can have the meditation room open on your laptop or open on your phone all day long. And what that will do is if you're in environments where you're working with people who are you have a difficult past with, right? Could be relatives, what have you. What that will tend to do is whenever you notice your stuck patterns around them, you're getting offended by them or what have you. What that will do is you just think of whatever past event that offense is, that sense of being offended that you're feeling. Think of whatever past event with that person that it's related to, and it'll just start pulling it out and dissolving it before it has a time to take root in you and cause a problem. You'll find that your relationships with people who've been difficult are much easier to manage. One of our people who've been using, one of our beta testers who's used this extensively said that it automatically keeps any of our preconceptions about this other person, based on past events. It keeps them from coming up. Or when they do come up, it keeps them from taking hold. We just let go of it because you're letting go of the past. So it's very, very, very powerful. So now, also, if you have this running all day, if at any time the energy does start to feel overstimulating, you can turn the app off and wait an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever, or whenever you need to use it, if you're feeling some strong emotions around a past event. But the effects will tend to, when you run it for hours at a time, the effects will tend to last, even when you turn it off for a while. But again, if the energy ever gets too strong, you can just turn it off and take a rest from it, because even positive energy, it takes your energy system time and resources to integrate even positive energy. So it can only integrate so much energy at a time. But it won't hurt it by any means. Okay, so now let's talk about how to use this powerful tool. So what we're going to do is I'm in here on my computer. I'm in the folder where I opened this, where I saved this. I'm going to right click. I'm using the small one because it's it's about just a little over 2 megabytes. And when it comes time to amplify this, I can open more copies of this to amplify the energy without taxing my RAM memory too much. So I'm going to right click it. I'm going to go down to open with, and I'm going to go down to photos. Now, and it opens up a copy. If you're on Windows 10, Photos is the native photo viewing application here. There's a problem with this application, though, is that After a while, once you open this, after a while, sometimes Windows will close it. Windows 10 will. So if you have an older version of Windows, I recommend that you use Windows Picture Viewer. That's the best one. It won't close the pictures on you automatically. Also, while we're on this subject, if you go to our instructions page, which you can find here, you can also find up here at the top under support, and you can find down here where it says instructions, subtle instructions, guides and tutorials. You can go to the instructions page, and if you need to find, again, if you have Windows Photo Viewer or Windows Photos on Windows 10 and you don't like the way it works, you can go to the instructions page, come here to this link right here, use one or more of the free picture viewing apps to enjoy the SES Mondelez. It'll open up a page with links to about a dozen or so different picture viewing apps. Most of them are free, some of them are paid. These are all pretty good, and these will work fine with the technology. Also, if you're on a Mac, let's get back to the instructions page here. If you're on a Mac, you will want to go to the instructions page and come down, scroll down till you see this, opening and amplifying Mondelez or apps on a Mac. This will show you how to do it. Also, we have other tutorials of how to open the Mondelez on a computer, which I'm about to show you now, but we have what this video won't cover that you're watching now is how to open the Mondelez on a phone. But this video right here on the instructions page will show you how to do that. And then later, when you're ready, you can scroll down and find this video, Amplify the Energy using printouts of the Mondelez. And by the way, black and white prints will work just as good as color prints. The energy will not dissipate, and the more that you stack together, the stronger the energy. So very, very powerful. I recommend that you watch as many of these video tutorials as you can. They're really simple. Once you get the basic idea, it's really simple, intuitive technology to use. Okay, so we have one copy open here, and let's say we want to amplify it even more. You may not need to, really, to be honest with you. But let's just say you're having a really bad day based on a horrible argument you had, and you want to amplify it to really nip this in the bud. So what you're going to do is you're going to come back in here, right-click, go down to Open With, click Photos again, and it will open up a new copy. As you look down here, it's open up new copies. Now, understand that you don't have to look at these to work, okay? I can minimize these and go in here, and I can watch my favorite movies. And the energy, as long as these are open, okay, open using whatever picture viewing application you use. You can't use just, for example, you can't just use a thumbnail like this in your hard drive, because that file viewed through the thumbnail like this, it's not open and active. That's just a thumbnail. It's got to be open and activated down here, right? If I look in these windows down here, these are open photos. They're active on your computer's processor. So they just have to be open and they have to be active. You don't have to see them. The energy they're producing is interfacing with the electromagnetic field of your computer or whatever device you have them open on, and that energy is coming to you, and it produces a very, very large field. So you don't have to worry about it not being strong enough. It's reaching you. The field tends to be strongest within just a few feet of whatever device you have it open on. And if you have a particularly bad day, you can open up your favorite movie streaming service, stream it on the same device, and the energy of these Mondelez, these apps, will be carried by whatever video or music or audio you listen to. Now, let's say I want to open up even more. So I'm going to show you a quicker way to open these. We're going to right click one more time. We're going to come down here to, we're going to hit choose another app. So this comes up. We're going to keep that highlighted at the top, photos. Check this. Always use this app to open JPEG files. Open. So now another one opens. Now all I got to do is just double click. Boom. Double click. Boom. Double click. Boom. Double click. Boom. See? Really, really simple. And so now I have about, looks like about 7 or 8 of these open. That's plenty. If you want to blast yourself with even more, feel welcome. You can do that. You can open as many as 100, as much as your RAM will handle. Okay. So that's done. And then again, while this is open, we're just going to think of whatever past event is related to what we're feeling right now. If you're feeling anxious over a job a job interview that you've done because let's say you screwed up the last job interview, right? Then you're just going to think about that last job interview and pay attention to that anxiety that's coming up. And then as you have the app running, you're just going to keep thinking about that event until you notice that eventually you don't feel any charge around it anymore, right? Now, let's say you have a really, really strong argument with somebody. It's the worst day that you've experienced in months, and you're just kind of feeling horrible. Well, you're going to open up a bunch of these right here, and you're going to pull on your favorite movie. You're going to sit back and relax and just think about that argument that you had until eventually it just completely subsides and you feel at peace. And you're not going to be running through your head anymore. Or if you do, it's not going to be done obsessive compulsive or with jerky emotions. You're going to be running it through your head because you want to learn from it, or because you want to pay attention to mistakes that you made that you can learn from. You're not going to have an emotional charge around it anymore because you've let go of it. So now we've talked about that. Let's talk about the broadcast room. So what's cool about the broadcast room, and that's down here, okay? What's cool about that is I'm just going to, let's go on this part here. Here we go. I'm just going to hit this right here, and this is going to open up a page. And this page is already coded. It's called the Release the Past broadcast room. It's already coded with the energy, and you don't have to do anything. Yeah, we have a video at the top that we took from YouTube. This company and this video is not affiliated with us. It's just a nice hypnosis video for letting go of the past that you can use in tandem with the Release the Past app and broadcast room, but you don't have to use it to get the benefit. It's just there for your enjoyment. Here's some basic instructions here. And the page is already emitting its energy. You don't have to do anything. Again, once you open this up, you can go watch your favorite movie. You can listen to your favorite music on the same device. And the energy of this broadcast room will be carried through the video and the audio that you're giving your attention to. Now, let's see here. So let's say you want to amplify this even more. All you have to do is come up here, copy this, right? Copy the URL, open a new tab, paste, and hit enter. Let's hit enter here. And we got a new tab that's open, so we get 2 of these. And so the energy has been amplified by 2. The more of these that you open, the stronger the energy again will become. And again, you don't even have to worry about um, you don't have to worry about uh, uh, looking at the pages. Okay, and if you're a therapist and you want to use this with your clients, if you're a healer, you're helping people let go of trauma, horrible events, mistakes they've made, shame based on past events. Just have them, you can pull this up on your laptop or your computer that they're sitting next to. They don't even have to see what's on the screen. And you can play some soft music through your computer, through speakers that are attached to your computer. And the energy will be carried through the speakers. And as long as they're sitting close to the computer, they'll get the energy. And just have them think of whatever past event is associated with the negative emotions they're feeling in the moment. And the more they begin to think of it, the more those those emotions should subside, because they're energetically being empowered to let go of the past. Just intend to let go, and that's it. It's that simple. And continue and amplify the energy as needed, and repeat as needed until it's completely dissipated. So those are the basic instructions. This is very simple, very easy. I really believe this is going to empower your life. I'm looking forward to hear your feedback on this. Please feel more than welcome to and more than free to email us at support@subtle.energy and tell me what kind of experiences you're having with this. I'm looking forward to hearing it. I'm glad to uh, give this as my gift to you, and I hope you enjoy it. Take care.